I deal with a lot of people who do not want to do the inner work. They just want to know the answers. And that's fine, if someone just wants to know the answer to an outcome. But I know when I'm doing this kind of work, I want to help you to understand choices you're making and why you want to go in that direction, and if it's not going to be that good for you. But most people are thinking with their ego. They're just thinking from the ego, from their conscious state of being human and their belief systems and whatever, and they don't want to put in any effort to really understand themselves on a deeper level, because one, they can't get to that place, and two, they just don't want to. They don't want to get to that place, especially in relationships where somebody will say, are we going to reconcile? I really want this person back in my life. They're not thinking about the deeper lessons that are going on here. They're not thinking about there's a reason that things have fallen apart, because I need to change the way I've been behaving, or I need to put in more effort, or I need to pull back, or I need to be less controlling, or like understanding those sort of things about themselves. They're not looking at any of that. They just want to know, are they coming back? Because that's all that's stuck in their head. Like, are they coming back? And it happens in so many different questions. And then I see people get mad. They get mad. Like, don't tell me the stuff that's triggering me and that I don't want to know about myself. Just tell me the outcome. Like, they get mad at the messenger because they're not hearing what their higher self is trying to show them. They just want to hear what their ego wants to hear. And I know when I'm doing readings, Spirit will work with me, and it's like you're going to bang your head against a brick wall, Vicky, if you try to get that person to see and grow. And I'm sure our guides do this. I'm sure our spirit team feel like they're banging their head against a brick wall half the time, because we don't want to know. We don't want to learn that about ourselves. We don't want to look at stuff that's hard to look at about ourselves. We want to just know, I just want the outcome. Just give me the outcome, because that's what our ego wants. The ego always wants the outcome. So I know that when I'm doing certain types of readings, I will feel like the information that I'm getting is, don't worry about, just tell them the outcome. They'll figure out how to get there themselves, and they might even go down the wrong path. I wrote something down the other day when I was doing a reading for somebody else, and I like that I get this enlightened moment myself as well, but it's, think of your life like you're driving a bus and you're letting people onto the bus. You're stopping and letting somebody on the bus, and you're taking them, but you're still in charge. You're driving. You're the one driving the bus. You're the one knowing where you're going. They're passengers in your life. They're coming with you. And they want to get on your bus, and you're allowing them to get on the bus. And sometimes you might stop the bus and tell them to get off. They're causing ruckus, on your bus journey. They're causing problems. So you open the doors and you let them get off. And other people you keep on the bus, and they stay there for a very long time. They keep going on the journey, but you're still the one driving. They're not driving you. You're driving. You're just allowing them to be impactful on your life. And some people you might keep way at the back of the bus. So you still want them there, but you keep them at a distance, and others you've got on the seats right behind you because you want them close. And some people decide to get off your bus without your permission or without you wanting them to. They decide to get off your bus, and you're still driving. You can't stop. You've got all these other people on the bus going with you. You've got to keep going. And it's like, kind of like life is like that, isn't it? But relationships are choices, and you can't always read what is going to happen in a relationship, because how do you read free will? Like, how do you read the free will of somebody? You could get up today and have a decision in the morning and change it by this afternoon. That's why relationships are so difficult, because people choose. It's a choice. So what you've got to work out is, if they're not in your life anymore, were you just not aligning? Were you not getting the same things that you needed from one another? And get out of the ego of what the ego wants. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how people come to get help of some sort, and you want to go deeper with them. You want to get to the core of what's really going on here, but their ego just doesn't want to hear it. And then their ego gets mad, and yeah. I love working with people that want to get deeper. I love working with people that want to look at themselves and go, yeah, I can see that. I can see why I'm doing that. And the growth that I see, their lives just zoom, rocket in such a good way. And I see the other people that are stuck in their ego and only want the outcome, only want to see the outcome. They're the ones that just keep going around and around like a hamster on a wheel, never really getting anywhere.